Hey there guys, how's it going? I'm the wonderful Arrow in the Knee, and today we're taking a look at the brand new errata'ds that have been brought out for a whole bunch of very old, very powerful cards that we're going to have a quick look through because it's literally been announced within the past 12 hours. So I want to get something out on this, and I want to discuss what I feel about these cards that I actually own. There is Ring of Destruction, a Sinister Serpent, an Exchange of Spirit, and of course the most powerful card ever made. Maybe the second most, depending on how you feel about Yatta. Chaos Emperor Dragon. So all four of those are being unbanned in the Japanese ban list, and maybe over here, I do not know. But we are going to have a look, so just on the website where it tells us about it, so we're going to have a read through. So first, the big one is Chaos Emperor Dragon. I personally think Yatta is a better card than Chaos Emperor Dragon. If you don't know what Yatta does, you're probably better off never knowing, because then it's disgusting when you actually look at it. It's only 200 attack as well. When I saw it for the first time, I was like, it's only got 200 attack. How could this be the most broken card ever? Then I played against it. So yeah. Alright, so let's have a look at Chaos Emperor Dragon. So, it's same summoning conditions. Can't be normal summoned a set. And got to special summon it by banishing a light and die. Can't be special in any other ways, blah blah blah. During the turn you activate this effect, you cannot activate other effects. So, with Chaos Emperor Dragon, before it was a case of, in fact the combo was having a Sangan or Witch on the field, going Chaos Emperor Dragon, wiping the field and hands and getting Yatta and attacking for game, no matter how high their life was. So, that's a thing. So that can't happen anymore. They've made it so you can't do combos. Literally, you do it, you end. You have to just end. There's nothing else you can do. So you can't use anything, and once per turn, pay 1,000 life points and blow up everything. Blows up hand, blows up. It sends cards as well. It doesn't destroy. That's one of the best things about it. So you send all cards on the field, and both players' hands to the graveyard, then inflict 300 damage for each of their cards sent. It used to be both players' cards, but not anymore. So they've nerfed the damage by half. Well, on average half. And the big one is that you can't do a big play afterwards, which was the point. You got rid of all your opponent's cards. Regardless of the nerf, and it's a lot worse than it used to be, it is still one of the best cards out. Against Burning Abyss, it wouldn't be that good. I don't know. It just opening Chaos Emperor Dragon, turning the deck and turning the game into a top deck fest is insane. It's also got very nice art. Very nice art. So we're gonna have a look at the next one, which is Ring of Destruction. So Ring, which was also called Bell of Destruction in Japan, and if you look at the artwork there, if you look at that, the artwork is actually very different to this. They had to change it for some reason. They didn't like grenades being on their card. Nevertheless, the original effect was target one face-up monster on the field, destroy it, and deal damage to both players equal to the attack. So it was a burn card. It was a chainable monster destruction. Now, this is still very good. Can only pick one a turn. Probably only going to have one. During your opponent's turn, target one face-up monster your opponent controls, whose attack is lower or equal to your opponent's life points. So you can't kill them unless they're on exactly that life. So if you have a 1500 attacker and you ring it, you can kill them. But you can't go, I don't know, you can't blow up an 8000 attacker when they're on 200 to burn for game. Which was one of the reasons it was banned, was because it just ended games. And it was a bit broken as well, because you can just, like, they normal summon and they want to use their effect, you just ring it. Once again, though, it's still really good. It's still really, really good that you get to... it's still chainable, but it's half chainable. It's half chainable. You can do it during your opponent's turn, which is most of the time they're going to MST during your turn. Well, if they're blind MSTing anyway. Updated version of G-Force. I don't want that. So, Ring, still very good. I still think everyone's going to run one. Oh, and also the damage you take and they take, you take it first, then they take it, so you can't get a draw out of it. You can't tie. with this card unless they're... Actually, no, you can't tie with it. You would kill yourself. And that was another thing Ring used to do, is it caused a lot of draws. No one likes draws. So, that's good. Ring is very good. Now, Crush Card Virus. I don't have one of these. I remember when they were like 100 and... I remember Aaron bought his for 120. No, he didn't buy it for 120. He sold it for 100? I'm not sure. Yeah, he sold it for 120. Anyway, CCV. Tribute a Dark Monster with 1,000 attack or less. Same thing. Check your opponent's hand and all monsters they control, and destroy all monsters with 1,500 or more attack. Alright, so that's the normal. That is normal Crush Card right there. Then, your opponent can destroy up to 3 monsters with 1,500 or more attack from the deck. After you activate this card, all damage your opponent takes until the end of the next turn becomes 0. So, the difference here is the damage, which isn't really a big deal. It's okay. But the big thing is that they can destroy 3 monsters with 1,500 or more attack in the deck. Now, if you CCV a person and they've got Dragon Rulers in their deck, they will drop them all to the grave. So actually, I think they actually balanced Crush Card here. I don't mind Crush Card at all here. Like, your opponent can gain a huge advantage in setting up their graveyard. But at the same time, the only Burning Abyss they could drop is Sir, I think. Yeah, they could drop Sir, and I think that's it. Shadows can drop a lot of good stuff, so you can't just go blindly with Crush Card anymore. It's kind of like, maybe it's a really good side deck card, maybe. For those Vanity's Fiends and stuff like that. Very nice. So I like Crush Card. It's actually balanced now. I still think it can be one of those game winners, but still. Temple of the Kings. So this card was... I don't even think this card was ever out. I don't think this was ever released in at least the UK, and not be banned. It was never released and not banned. So, Temple of the Kings, you can only use each effect of Temple of the Kings once per turn. This is different from the original. The original was you could play traps the same turn you set them, so you could use it as many times. So, you can activate one trap during the turn you set it, which is exactly how Temple of the Kings was meant to really work. It was meant to be, oh, I can play my traps in the turn, not I can go for an OTK combo, which is how it ended up. And so that's the main one. And the second one is you can send both this card and one face-up Mystical Beast Circuit to the graveyard and special summon a monster from your hand or deck. Or one fusion monster from your extract. Hey, is that new? I didn't know the fusion monster bit. Temple of the Kings, a bit useless. A little bit useless. Although, actually, I can think of one combo that works to win a game when you set and play it, and that's the... oh god, what's the card? Oh shit, Chain Fusion. It's the one where you use Hero Electrum and Fusion Gate. And if you use this, you could go for OTK. So this does allow for OTKs, because you don't need to activate a bunch. Because the original, I think the original OTK was with Chick the Yellow. No, that was Makira the Destructor. I'm thinking of something else. Either way, there is still OTKs you can do. You can do that. But it's not as widespread as it used to be. And Exchange of Spirit. This poor card. Poor card. This absolutely... You can activate one Exchange of Spirit per duel. Wow. Okay. If each player has 15 more or more cards in their graveyard, pay 1,000 life points. Both players swap cards in the deck with cards in the graveyard. And then shuffle. So, basically, you swap your graveyard for your deck. The original OTK with this was just drop 15 cards to your graveyard and then use Exchange Spirit so they have no deck. They put their deck to the graveyard and their graveyard to the deck. So I'm just going to have a drink of water. So, pretty shit. If anyone can find a decent combo with this, please come and tell me. Sinister Serpent. Oh, this is the one errata I have a problem with. So, you can only use the effect of Sinister Serpent once per turn. Fine. During your standby phase, this card is in your graveyard, you can add to your hand. That's the original Sinister Serpent. During your opponent's next end phase, banish one Sinister Serpent from your graveyard. No! I don't like that. They could have... I said to my brother, I was talking to him, I was like, they could have just made it so you can not use this effect next turn, but you could use it the turn after. I actually don't have a problem. Not one problem with Sinister Serpent at all. I really don't. The original Sinister Serpent, I'd be happy for it to be unbanned because it wouldn't be that big a deal. yes, you could get free Phoenix and Wind Blasts and free Karma Cuts, but let's be honest, we get more than that with Burning Abyss. Why would Burning Abyss want to drop Sinister Serpent when they could drop a card and get an actual effect instead of just getting a 200, 300 attacker back time? So I don't even think this needed to be errata'd, but it's been errata'd. It's still pretty bad. So I think we got to the end. That's the end. So we're going to say, let's give these out of 10. Chaos Emperor Dragon, god damn, you're 10 out of 10. Seriously, man. I mean, you can't really ask for much more from this card, other than it being banned and stuff. Ring of Destruction, still a fucking solid card. I think it's going to be in every deck. 8 out of 10. Crush Card Virus, I'm not quite sure about Crush Card right now. It has a lot of drawbacks. It's been balanced. I think it's a very fair card now. I think it's absolutely fair. Let's give it a chicken out of 10. Yeah, I like chicken, but I prefer other foods. But chicken's good, so chicken out of 10. Temple of the Kings. There are OTKs to be had with this still. There are still OTKs. So, for what it is, it's a 10 out of 10 because it can allow for OTKs. You're not going to use it for anything else, are you? So, 10 out of 10 for Temple of the Kings. Exchange of Spirits, still a piece of shit. And Sinister Serpent did not even need to be errata'd. It's kind of useless now. I don't think anyone's using it. So yeah, that's a thing. Alright guys, so this was me looking through things and stuff. I hope you enjoyed me babbling on about old cards and how old I am. So I'll see you guys next time for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Bye!